That's a great way to encourage engagement and show appreciation to your audience. Here's how it might look as a closing line for your speech. Thank you for your time and support, dear friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, American Spirit Speaks, and watch the full video for more insights. Your journey matters, and together, we'll keep moving forward. See you next time. Let me know if you'd like to personalize it further. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Have you ever found yourself overwhelmed by the sheer size of your dreams? Have you ever looked at someone else's success and thought, how could I ever get there? If so, you're not alone. Today, I want to share a powerful truth. Greatness isn't built in a day, a month, or even a year. It's built in the tiny, almost invisible steps we take every single day. Simon Sinek, one of the most profound thought leaders of our time, reminds us that progress doesn't come from monumental efforts made once, but from small, consistent actions repeated over time. Imagine a stonecutter hammering away at a rock. They strike it once, twice, 100 times, and nothing seems to happen. Then, on the 101st blow, the rock splits open not because of the final strike, but because of the cumulative effort of all the strikes before it. Success works the same way. The question is, are we willing to commit to the small actions today that will lead to extraordinary results tomorrow? Let's explore how those tiny, consistent efforts hold the power to transform not only our goals, but also our lives. Would you like me to expand or tailor it further? Progress is a journey, not a leap. It is a concept that emphasizes the importance of steady, continuous effort over time, rather than expecting immediate results or monumental achievements in a single moment. Too often, people focus on the destination rather than the path that leads them there. In doing so, they miss the lessons, growth, and transformation that occur during the process. The truth is that success and personal growth are not defined by singular, groundbreaking events, but by the cumulative impact of consistent efforts, experiences, and learning. Imagine setting out to climb a mountain. The summit may be the ultimate goal, but every step taken along the way contributes to reaching that peak. Each stride, no matter how small or challenging, moves you closer to your objective. In the same way, progress in life or work is built on a series of small, deliberate actions that, over time, accumulate into meaningful achievements. The act of taking consistent steps, no matter how insignificant they may seem at the moment, is what ultimately leads to success. Many people fall into the trap of believing that success comes from one grand, defining moment. This mindset often leads to frustration, disappointment, and even a sense of failure when the desired results do not materialize quickly. However, when we shift our perspective and view progress as a journey, we begin to appreciate the value of incremental improvements. We learn to focus on the process rather than the outcome, and this mindset fosters resilience, patience, and a deeper understanding of what it takes to achieve our goals. One of the most critical aspects of viewing progress as a journey is the recognition that setbacks and obstacles are an inherent part of the process. These challenges are not signs of failure, but opportunities for growth and learning. Each time we face a hurdle and overcome it, we gain valuable insights and build the strength needed to tackle future challenges. The journey teaches us adaptability, problem-solving, and perseverance qualities that are essential for sustained success. Progress as a journey also requires a willingness to embrace imperfection. The path to achieving any meaningful goal is rarely linear or smooth. There will be detours, missteps, and moments of doubt. However, these experiences are what make the journey worthwhile. They teach us to appreciate the effort and dedication required to achieve something truly significant. They remind us that growth is not about being perfect, but about continually striving to improve and move forward. Another essential element of this perspective is the ability to celebrate small victories along the way. Every step forward, no matter how minor it may seem, is a testament to your effort and commitment. Recognizing and celebrating these achievements not only provides a sense of accomplishment, but also reinforces the habits and behaviors that lead to further progress. These moments of celebration act as fuel, motivating us to keep going even when the journey becomes difficult. Viewing progress as a journey also helps to alleviate the pressure of immediate results. In a world that often prioritizes instant gratification, it can be challenging to stay committed to long-term goals. However, when we understand that true success is built over time, we can adopt a more patient and sustainable approach to our efforts. This mindset allows us to focus on the actions we can take today rather than becoming overwhelmed by the enormity of our aspirations. Moreover, the journey itself often brings unexpected rewards and opportunities. As we work toward our goals, we encounter new experiences, meet people who inspire and support us, and develop skills and knowledge that we may not have anticipated. These aspects of the journey can be just as valuable, if not more so, than the goal we initially set out to achieve. They enrich our lives and contribute to our overall sense of fulfillment and purpose. Progress as a journey also underscores the importance of consistency and discipline. While motivation can be a powerful force, it is often fleeting. The true key to progress lies in showing up every day, regardless of how motivated or inspired we feel. By committing to consistent effort, we create a foundation for growth and success that is both sustainable and enduring. Consistency builds momentum. It is the repeated, steady application of effort that creates the energy needed to drive significant change and achieve long-term goals. While grand gestures and sporadic bursts of activity might feel impactful in the moment, they pale in comparison to the power of consistency over time. Momentum, much like a snowball rolling downhill, starts small but grows exponentially as it continues. This phenomenon is fueled by the disciplined commitment to taking small, consistent actions even when progress isn't immediately visible. Momentum is not created overnight. It requires dedication and a clear understanding that each small step contributes to a larger purpose. When we act consistently, we create patterns and habits that build upon themselves. These habits streamline our efforts, making it easier to maintain progress and overcome resistance. With each repeated action, the process becomes less daunting and more automatic, reducing the mental and emotional effort required to stay on track. Consider the analogy of pushing a stationary car. At first, the effort required to get the car moving is immense. Every ounce of energy seems to go into that initial push. However, once the car begins to roll, the effort needed to keep it moving decreases significantly. Consistency works the same way in life. The initial stages of building momentum are challenging, but once momentum is established, it carries us forward with less resistance. The power of consistency lies in its ability to compound over time. Each action builds upon the last, creating a cumulative effect that far outweighs the impact of isolated efforts. This compounding effect is evident in many aspects of life. For instance, saving money consistently, even in small amounts, leads to significant financial growth over time due to the power of compound interest. Similarly, practicing a skill daily, even for a short duration, results in remarkable improvement as the brain builds neural connections and strengthens proficiency. Consistency also helps us overcome inertia's natural tendency to remain stagnant. When we commit to regular action, we disrupt patterns of inactivity and replace them with productive behaviors. This disruption creates a new baseline, where taking action becomes the default rather than the exception. As a result, momentum begins to build, and the effort required to maintain progress diminishes. Moreover, consistency fosters credibility and trust, both internally and externally. When we consistently show up for ourselves, we build self-trust and confidence in our ability to follow through. This self-assurance becomes a powerful motivator, reinforcing our commitment to the process. Externally, consistency signals reliability and dependability to others. Whether in professional relationships, friendships, or partnerships, consistent actions demonstrate that we can be counted on, strengthening bonds and fostering mutual respect. Another crucial aspect of consistency is its role in managing setbacks and challenges. Life is rarely predictable, and obstacles are inevitable. However, a consistent approach helps us maintain momentum even in the face of adversity. When we establish a routine or system of regular actions, it becomes easier to navigate difficulties without losing sight of our goals. The momentum we've built serves as a buffer, allowing us to absorb setbacks and continue moving forward with minimal disruption. Consistency also shapes identity. When we consistently engage in actions aligned with our goals, we begin to see ourselves as the kind of person who embodies those qualities. For example, a person who consistently exercises begins to identify as someone who values health and fitness. This shift in identity strengthens the commitment to continue those behaviors, creating a positive feedback loop that reinforces momentum. The impact of consistency is magnified when it is paired with focus. While consistency ensures regular effort, focus ensures that the effort is directed toward meaningful goals. Together, they create a powerful synergy that maximizes progress and minimizes wasted energy. By consistently working on a specific objective, we avoid the pitfalls of scattered efforts and maintain clarity of purpose. It's important to recognize that consistency does not mean perfection. There will be days when the ideal effort is not possible, and that's okay. The key is to maintain forward movement, even if it's at a slower pace. By showing up, even imperfectly, we preserve the momentum we've built and ensure that progress continues. Consistency is less about flawless execution and more about resilience and persistence. Consistency also enhances motivation over time. While motivation can waver, the results of consistent effort act as a natural motivator. As we begin to see the fruits of our labor, no matter how small, they reinforce our belief in the process and inspire us to keep going. This positive reinforcement creates a cycle of action, results, and motivation that sustains momentum and drives us closer to our goals. Discipline over motivation is a principle that highlights the importance of sustained effort and commitment, even when the initial spark of enthusiasm has faded. While motivation is a powerful and often exciting force, it is also fleeting and unreliable. It can come and go based on external circumstances, emotions, and even the weather. Discipline, on the other hand, is a steady and consistent force that enables us to take action regardless of how we feel in the moment. It is the backbone of long-term success, helping us push through challenges and stay on track toward our goals. Motivation often strikes in moments of inspiration. It might come from watching a powerful video, reading a compelling story, or setting a new goal. In these moments, we feel energized and eager to take action. However, that energy can wane over time, leaving us vulnerable to procrastination, distractions, and self-doubt. This is where discipline steps in. Discipline is the ability to act in alignment with our goals, even when motivation is absent. It is a skill that allows us to prioritize long-term benefits over short-term comforts. At its core, discipline is about making decisions based on commitment rather than convenience. It means showing up for a workout when you'd rather stay in bed, sticking to a budget when temptations arise, or focusing on a project when distractions are calling. These choices may not always be enjoyable in the moment, but they build the habits and routines that lead to meaningful progress. Each disciplined decision reinforces our ability to stay consistent, creating a cycle of positive action and results. One of the most significant advantages of discipline over motivation is its resilience. While motivation can be influenced by external factors, discipline is internal and self-directed. It does not rely on external validation or inspiration to keep us moving forward. This makes discipline a more dependable tool for achieving goals, especially in the face of adversity. When challenges arise, discipline helps us stay grounded and committed, enabling us to navigate obstacles without losing momentum. Discipline also plays a crucial role in building habits. Habits are the foundation of our daily lives, shaping our actions and decisions without requiring constant conscious effort. However, building a habit requires consistent repetition over time. Discipline provides the structure and commitment needed to repeat a behavior until it becomes automatic. Once a habit is established, it requires less mental energy to maintain, freeing us to focus on other areas of growth and improvement. Another key aspect of discipline is its ability to cultivate self-control. In a world filled with distractions and instant gratification, self-control is an essential skill. Discipline helps us resist the temptation to indulge in short-term pleasures that may derail our progress. For example, choosing to save money instead of impulsively spending it, or saying no to unhealthy foods in pursuit of fitness goals. These disciplined choices not only align with our long-term objectives, but also strengthen our sense of self-efficacy and willpower. Discipline also teaches us to embrace discomfort. Growth and progress often require us to step out of our comfort zones and face challenges head-on. Motivation might help us take the first step, but discipline ensures that we keep going when things get tough. It helps us develop resilience and grit, qualities that are essential for overcoming setbacks and persevering in the face of difficulty. By embracing discomfort through discipline, we expand our capabilities and unlock our full potential. Moreover, discipline fosters a sense of accountability. When we rely solely on motivation, it is easy to make excuses or rationalize inaction. Discipline, however, holds us accountable to our commitments and reminds us of the importance of honoring our promises to ourselves. This sense of accountability builds self-respect and reinforces our ability to trust ourselves. When we consistently follow through on our intentions, we develop confidence in our ability to achieve what we set out to do. Discipline also creates a sense of structure and predictability in our lives. By establishing routines and sticking to them, we reduce decision fatigue and create a stable framework for achieving our goals. For instance, setting a fixed time for exercise, work, or study eliminates the need to constantly decide when and how to take action. This predictability frees up mental energy and allows us to focus on executing our plans effectively. It is important to recognize that discipline is not about being rigid or denying ourselves enjoyment. Instead, it is about finding a balance that prioritizes our long-term aspirations while still allowing room for flexibility and joy. Discipline empowers us to make intentional choices that align with our values and goals, rather than being swayed by fleeting emotions or impulses. It provides the foundation for a fulfilling and purpose-driven life, enabling us to create the results we desire through consistent effort and commitment. Celebrating the micro wins is a concept that emphasizes the importance of acknowledging and appreciating small achievements as we work toward larger goals. In a culture often focused on grand successes and final outcomes, it is easy to overlook the smaller milestones that mark progress along the way. However, these micro wins play a crucial role in sustaining motivation, building confidence, and reinforcing the behaviors and habits that lead to long-term success. Recognizing these small victories is not only an act of self-encouragement, but also a way to cultivate gratitude and a positive mindset. Small wins are the building blocks of progress. Each one represents a step forward, a moment of effort that has paid off, or a challenge that has been overcome. While they may seem insignificant in isolation, their cumulative effect is powerful. Just as a bricklayer builds a wall one brick at a time, achieving meaningful goals requires us to stack one small success on top of another. Every micro win contributes to the larger picture, creating a foundation of achievement that supports future growth. One of the most compelling reasons to celebrate micro wins is their ability to sustain motivation. Motivation often wanes over time, particularly when the end goal feels distant or overwhelming. By focusing on small, achievable milestones, we create opportunities for regular reinforcement and encouragement. Each time we acknowledge a micro win, we experience a sense of accomplishment that reignites our enthusiasm and reminds us that our efforts are making a difference. This positive feedback loop helps us maintain momentum and stay committed to the journey. In addition to boosting motivation, celebrating micro wins also builds confidence. Success, no matter how small, reinforces our belief in our abilities and our capacity to achieve our goals. This growing sense of self-efficacy empowers us to take on greater challenges and push beyond our comfort zones. Over time, the accumulation of small victories helps us develop a mindset of resilience and optimism, enabling us to approach setbacks and obstacles with greater confidence and determination. Acknowledging micro wins also reinforces the behaviors and habits that lead to success. When we celebrate small achievements, we signal to ourselves that our actions are worthwhile and effective. This recognition strengthens the neural pathways associated with those behaviors, making them more likely to be repeated in the future. For example, if you set a goal to exercise regularly and celebrate completing even a short workout, you reinforce the habit of showing up and taking action. Over time, these reinforced behaviors become second nature, propelling you toward your larger goals. Celebrating micro wins is also a way to cultivate gratitude and mindfulness. It encourages us to pause and reflect on the progress we've made, rather than always focusing on how far we have left to go. This shift in perspective helps us appreciate the journey and find joy in the process. Gratitude for the small victories fosters a positive mindset, which is essential for maintaining motivation and resilience in the face of challenges. Moreover, recognizing micro wins can have a ripple effect on our overall well-being. The act of celebrating, even in small ways, triggers a release of dopamine in the brain, a chemical associated with feelings of pleasure and reward. This natural boost in mood not only enhances our sense of satisfaction, but also reduces stress and improves our ability to focus. By creating moments of celebration, we enhance our emotional and mental well-being, which in turn supports our ability to stay productive and engaged. Celebrating micro wins is not limited to individual efforts. It is equally important in team settings. Acknowledging small achievements within a group fosters a sense of camaraderie, shared purpose, and mutual support. It reminds team members that their contributions are valued and that progress is being made, even if the ultimate goal is still on the horizon. This practice strengthens morale and encourages continued collaboration and effort. It is important to note that celebrating micro wins does not require elaborate gestures or grand rewards. Simple acts of acknowledgement, such as writing down the achievement, sharing it with a friend, or taking a moment to reflect on the effort involved, can be just as meaningful. The key is to create a habit of recognizing and appreciating progress, no matter how small it may seem. Incorporating the practice of celebrating micro wins into our daily lives helps us stay connected to our goals and fosters a sense of purpose and fulfillment. By shifting our focus from solely chasing big milestones to appreciating the smaller steps along the way, we create a more balanced and sustainable approach to success. This practice reminds us that progress is not defined by the size of the steps we take, but by the consistency and intention behind them.